Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. And shalom to sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning. And you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. It's the brother Nathan coming out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. And come with a quick TikTok video, over the civil unrest that's going on in Venezuela. All right, as the people are in the uproar because of that dictator Maduro, got reelected, and supposedly the other guy was 30 plus points or whatever above, and he should have won or whatever. But we know this devil Esau Edom tried to overthrow him last election and put their puppet leader in. And that's what Maduro's blaming. He's blaming, he's like talking about them gringos, right? Talking about, these Edomites, these so-called white people, are the one basically setting this up. All right, so the whole country seems to be in turmoil right now because guess what? Who controls the media? Who controls the news? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. That's part of his witchcraft and, the power. And then, of course, the U.S. is trying to intervene because, Esau, how he gets down, and, his blessing was to have the fatness of the earth, so he wants, and the dew of heaven, so he wants literally everything. And he's willing to rape, rob, and murder, and do whatever he takes, lie and steal, and do whatever it takes to, gain control of countries. All right. So I'm gonna start off with one scripture, and then we'll play the video. This is Luke chapter 21, and I'll start at verse 7. It says, "And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass?" Talking about the end times, Also talking about 70 AD too, when when they're talking about the temple that, that is going to be taken down. It shall not be one stone left upon another. And then you can also apply that to how America, once it's get destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, concentrated laser beams from the chariots, that, there's not going to be left one stone upon another in this place, It's going to be totally annihilated, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. It says, verse 8, Luke 21:8, it says, "Take heed that ye be not deceived." We take heed. Well, we got to watch out. All right, we got to be circumspect. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Especially when you're dealing with this news and stuff, and Esau's media. You really gotta look into things. Now, let's get this. This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15, and it reads, "See then that you walk circumspectly." So circum means what? Around, like in a circle, right? So around, and the spec means what? To look or see. So you gotta look around you. All right. So how you stay circumspect? By filtering your life through the scriptures, rather it be like I said, this news. Whether it be local, regional, world news, paying attention, staying on your watch, right? Like we've been commanded to do, and give warning to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right. It says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools." All right. And you see the foolishness of our people and these nations, how they just walk carelessly and don't know nothing about nothing, because the Lord has them blind, spiritually blind. All right, and spiritually deaf to this understanding. The heathen were never given the law, statute, commandments. All right, but guess what? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners that look like the other nations, that have been scattered to the other nations, but go back to Israel. 2/3 of y'all are just not going to get it, because that's your lot, because 2/3 are set to be destroyed here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. It says, "Not as fools, but as wise." And what makes you foolish is what? going against Yahweh Shemel Shah, especially when you've been told and reproved, but that you don't want to hearken, you don't want to listen. And guess what? That makes you foolish not to listen to Yahweh Shemel Shah, because the scriptures say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So you want to make sure you're on
chaos
point
in Caracas,
Venezuela. Yahweh Shemel Shah. But what? 2/3 of our people don't want to do. Just like getting me to play that. It says, so not as fools, but as wise. All right, and what's wise? Knowing these laws, statutes, commandments. All right, knowing these scriptures. All right. It says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Evil goes into time, ill meaning bad, so bad times, because we're in bad times. All right, so we got to stay on our watch. We got to stay paying attention. Hey, what I say? We don't want to get caught lacking, you know? You don't want to fall asleep at the wheel, you know? You don't want to be caught sleeping in the guard shack in the tower, you know? We got to be paying attention. All right? And it says, we'll go back to Luke 21. It says, in Luke 21:9, and it reads, or verse 8 again, and it says, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, which Hamashiach, it means anointed. So just like Christ, it means anointed. All right. It says, in the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. Yep. So you ain't gonna follow after these false messiahs and false prophets. All right. That's why you gotta be circumspect in what? Knowing the doctrine of Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right. If it don't line up with the scriptures, then you can't trust it. All right. Verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. All right. So now we're seeing the. Matter of fact, let me get that. Like brothers like to bring up Luke 21:9, the amplified version, and it reads, when you hear of wars and disturbances, civil unrest, revolts, uprisings, do not panic, for these things must take place first, but the end will not come immediately. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the wars and rumors of wars. We're seeing the civil unrest, the uproars of the people around the world, and and what's that's coming to what? A neighborhood near you. All right. Wait until that pops off here in America. All right, it's going to be a lot worse than these other countries, because America is a gun-toting, weapon-based country, man. All right, there's more guns than people here. All right, so when Yahweh Shemel Shah puts the spirit on this place to finally break loose, which we got a taste of it during the George Floyd riots. All right, it didn't get as violent. I mean, it was violent. Don't get it twisted. But you've seen overnight cities getting ravished and broken down and looted, and total downtown areas destroyed, and businesses, whole big box warehouses like Target and Walmart and shit getting destroyed. So, but this time it's going to be bloodshed. All right, it's going to be a fight for the country. All right, that's why that movie Civil War came out earlier this year. Then you got the Purge series and other end time, movies, which is really, brothers should check, these type of movies out, just to get that feel, that, just get it in the front of your mind, these scenarios, hey, it's part of that, that preparation, hey, staying ready, so you don't got what, get ready. So you're just keeping that on the forefront of your mind, that, hey, this is going to pop up anytime. Hey, Jacob's trouble is coming, Jeremiah 30:7, all right? All right, so yes. So I'm going to go ahead and play this, and then we'll get a couple more.
Venezuela, the political turmoil unleashed after Nicolas Maduro claimed victory in the South American country's presidential election. There are widespread accusations of fraud, with the U.S. and other countries casting doubt on the results. CBS's Lilia Luciano is the only U.S. network correspondent inside Venezuela.
Thousands of demonstrators are taking to the streets across Venezuela tonight to protest what they say is an attempt by Nicolás Maduro to steal the country's election.
There's a lot of tear gas that's been deployed by police. We're seeing a group of protesters. We can't figure out how many, but there's perhaps a few hundred there, a few dozen. The line is back there. There's a few of them that are standing to the line of police. There's some of them throwing back the canisters that are being thrown at them, and police are assembling in large numbers over here to confront them.
Venezuela's strongman Nicolás Maduro has claimed victory for a third term, despite exit polls showing challenger Edmundo González ahead by more than 30 points. The international community has joined those calls for transparency, as they did in Maduro's last disputed election win in 2018.
We have serious concerns that the result announced does not reflect the will or the votes of the Venezuelan people.
See, just to pause that right here. What do you see, Esau? What do you got to do with another man's country? You know what I'm saying? See how these people just they worried about everything, but right here in the U.S., man. Matter of fact, let me get something real quick. We're willing here. This is let me see. Should I just do this is Habakkuk 2:5, and it reads. I'll just start at the top. This is Habakkuk 2:1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh shall answer me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." Right. So, the vision is what written in these scriptures. All right, and then what is broken down plainly, so what that it can be understood, and simplified. All right, so that what the reader they can get the understanding, consume it, and then they can start their race, which is a marathon, by the way, because it's all about endurance. All right, the race is not to the swift, but those that endure to the end. It says, verse 3, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." Right, so these prophecies of uproars of the people and the wars and rumors of war, the earthquakes in diverse places, the pestilences, right? These are all for an appointed time, and we're here at the end of the end. Yahushua dying on the cross, it was the beginning of the end, but now we're at the end of the end. All right, because the Yahweh Shemashah is getting ready to wrap this thing up. We're reaching the climax. So it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." So not on our time, but the Lord's time. "But at the end it shall speak and not lie," right? "Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry," right? Though it may seem some days like, man, it might be taking long, but guess what? This is part of the being patient, all right? Which patience goes into suffering. So we got to suffer while we're waiting for Yahweh Shemashah, but that's okay, because it's surely going to come, it shall not tarry. Because what? It's for an appointed time. All right, the Lord has this all set up perfectly. Verse 4, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." I'm talking about who? Esau, even the so-called white man. All right, he was made to be what? The wicked. All right, Job 9:24 says what? The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. All right. Malachi 1:4 says, who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. They call him what? The border of wickedness. All right, so when it comes to wickedness, he's at the forefront of it. All right. It says, "But the just," all right, who's the just? The one that's going to be on this side is going to be the elect of the nation of Israel. It said, "But the just shall live by his faith," right? And faith is a gift by Yahweh Shemashah. That's why the Lord has to choose you. All right, pursuing what? John 15:16. For I've not chosen you, for you haven't chosen me, I've chosen you. You know? It says, verse 5, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man, right? And just like now, he's giving wine to these people of Venezuela, all right, to fight, go against the government because their media is pushing that Maduro has stolen the election, all right, and corrupted the people, all right, because that's what Esau does, man. He goes in like a sly fox, right, and tries to set up his puppet government so that they can gain control, right? It says that he's a proud man, all right? That's why he thinks he's the Most High. That's why he feels like he's controlling all people, and we're going to get to that. It says, neither keepeth at home. See? He's always worried about everybody else's business, all right? Except for taking care of what they got here in America, what they want to spread out amongst the world and police the world, right? It says, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. See, that's why they go around all these countries and take the resources and control the people. But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. See, because this devil can never get enough. All right, so that's why this is going on, and that's why
the result announced
run that back just
does not reflect the will or the
never
votes
keep it at home,
of the Venezuelan people.
We're seeing a group of protesters in the front of the line throwing the canisters of tear gas back at police. There's a lot of police motorcycles here confronting them. You're seeing a lot of tear gas. The group of protesters back there, some of them told us that they assembled peacefully, and that's when police started arriving and all of this confrontation started taking place. Nora?
Wow, Lilia, Luciano, thank you for your reporting. Breaking tonight, chaos.
So yeah, you see it. Hey, it's going down out here, and this is coming to America, man. Hey, no Eddie Murphy. You understand? It's about to go down. And, this is exciting times. Akim and Akwath. Hey, this is what we need to happen. We need things like this to happen. All right, and it's showing that Yahweh Shem Shah is moving upon this earth. All right, and Lord willing, I'll finish off with this. It says, in 2 Ezra 9:1, and it reads, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. All right, see, that's what we're doing, measuring the time with the scriptures. All right, we're not in the time of peace and prosperity and, and ending world hunger, that type of talk. Nah, hey, the war drums are beating. All right, people are upset. People are losing it, man. All right. It says, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right? Because we're filtering the news and, the things that are going on with what? The scripture. So that's how we know where we're at. All right. So that's how you measure. All right. And the measuring is what? Is these scriptures, right? The prophecies. All right. And now we're seeing the signs pass, like brothers who say, hey, these prophecies are popping off the page like popcorn. All right, it's happening. We're seeing it. It says, which I have told thee before, remember, because Isaiah 46 talks about what he declared the end from the beginning. All right. That's what I said. He said, which I have told thee before. So Yahweh Shem Shah is giving us the playbook. He's giving us what's going to happen. Right, so it really shouldn't be surprised. We're just waiting to see. All right, we're anticipating those of the hopeful elect. We're anticipating the prophecies of passing. All right, while the rest of the world is partying and BSing. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and what? Uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right, and we're seeing the end. All right, we're seeing the fall around the world, man, of these nations and the disruptions and, It's not business as usual no more, man. All right. So with that, I pray that was edifying to the elect. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well.